Alright, tellers. I would not want that wall reinforced. I want head holes there.
Be ready to engage off.
So,
Hello everybody. Today's video is gonna be somewhat different. With the launch of Operation Heavy Mettle, which I want to start with saying is one of Ubisoft's best seasons yet. However, it comes with one of the worst potential changes ever made to the game, being the pre-setups to Quick Match 2.0. In this video, I will try my best to explain my point of view of why this, in the long term, will have very harmful effect on the player base as a whole, and in the end of the video, I will also give some directions on where I think Ubi could improve their ideas. I also do want to quickly talk about the two other major changes in Quick Match 2.0. The spawn peak protection of Quick Match 2.0 is actually really good, as I think spawn peaks are just kind of trashy rat gameplay, and I think it's really unfun, especially for new and sometimes even experienced players. But the second thing, with attackers immediately discovering the sites, is almost equally as awful as the presets themselves, as it discourages players from actually droning and basically just tells them to go on TikTok during prep phase. But let's explain my 3 key reasons why presets suck. 1. It teaches bad habits to new and existing players. What's likely to happen is that people who play Quick Match 2.0 will get used to not reinforcing. And once they jump into standard or ranked, they might stop reinforcing there as well, as they won't be used to it. If a parent cleans their kids' rooms for them, the kid is most likely gonna grow up to become a messy adult. And if they don't teach their kids how to cook, they're gonna generally eat more processed food and fast food, etc, etc. You get the point. If you don't teach people how and why a wall, for example, should be reinforced, they won't. Unlearning habits is one of the hardest things for a human to do. And I fear that many people who play Quick Match will develop bad tendencies and only further play a TDM meta game, to the point it could deal irreparable damage to the way that the game is played, across all modes. And even more importantly, there is no correct way of playing Siege. The game always evolves, and these presets, they won't. Preset reinforcements kills something that, in my opinion, is core to Siege: experimentation, creativity, and player choice. Siege to me plays absolute best when you, as a player, have to explore and figure out stuff for yourself. Siege shouldn't tell players what's correct to do or what's not. I grew up with Siege, and finding out how to play Siege is its own reward. 3. The change to Quick Match 2.0 comes at a cost. Not only will Quick Match 1.0 with all maps available not exist anymore, but it's also being jammed together with unranked to create standard. A subpar mode which neither Quick Match nor unranked community will be satisfied with. You want to experiment with a strategy where you ban a specific operator to see if you want to run it in ranked? Too bad. You can't. On this note though, I will say the removal of map bans is based. Because to me that was just an excuse for shitty players to stay shitty. And did you think that unranked is the only mode that takes a hit? No. Because Secure Area and Hostage also does, as they still get the same reduced timers in Quick Match 2.0 with 0 things that make up for it. Good luck setting up all your walls and utilities in 30 seconds. What especially doesn't make sense to me regarding these changes is that we're once again going back to limited map pools, something we players fought Ubisoft for years on. It's not that I want to play a specific map, but it's about them taking choice away from us, without asking us what we want, even though they already know, since this is not the first time. And just to put this into perspective, less than half of the maps that were available in Dread Factor are gonna be available now going into Quick Match 2.0. And they're also gone from Standard, the supposed replacement for Quick Match itself. Even funnier, the new map that Siege released last year, Emerald Plains, is not available in either Quick Match or Standard. And I don't know if they did any changes to the ranked pool, and if they didn't, that means that the only way for you to play Emerald Plains is in ranked. There is no way for you to practice a map that is in ranked. I cannot confirm whether it is in ranked or not, but the options that we have is A, they removed a fairly new map to the game completely, or the only way you can play it is in ranked. Either option sucks. And honestly, if Emerald Plains is in ranked but not the other modes, then that's a whole circus show on its own. And if you think Emerald Plains is the only map that got this treatment, you're in for a ride. If the notes that I received from Ubisoft themselves when I was doing the content creator test server, then Hereford Base is also completely gone from the game. Circling back to presets. Siege is a game of trial and error. You're supposed to learn from your mistakes. Even if that boils down to reinforcing right or wrong, every death is a lesson. And that's Ubisoft's words, not mine.
I know all my deaths by heart. Every spawn kill, every headshot, every stupid mistake and miscalculation. But I assure you, I'm not the one who will die today.
Even though I have to say, I really agree with Ubisoft on that trailer. Let's be honest with ourselves. Who does this really appeal to? People that don't want to reinforce? People that don't want to play strategically? People who do want to run and gun? This appeals to lazy, run and gun TDM meta players. And we haven't even started on how some of these setups are just straight up bad. Wow! Holy!
Oh!
Now that's a good setup. All right, let's see. Did they reinforce this wall? They reinforced.
I wanna leave.
Oh.
And they reinforced the stock walls too.
Yeah, actually.
Oh, right, let's see. What the?
They did this one.
And they didn't do garage at all.
Oh my fuck.
We don't have enough walls to do both this and the garage walls. Don't get me wrong, I would hate this system regardless. But it's even funnier how awful some of these are. Look at this one on House. They broke their #1 rule of Siege.
Okay, what have they done here?
Stop.
So you got that.
They reinforced Kid's bedroom. I've already explained why I think this is harmful for new players, which is one of the targeted audience with this new mode. But wait until you hear this. With all of these changes, Quick Match is now not going to be unlocked until a new player reaches level 10. That's right, Ubisoft knew how bad of a first impression this would make for a new player coming into the game, that they made it so they can't even access it from the start. Siege shouldn't limit player choice. We should embrace it to its fullest because that's what Siege is about. Overwatch is a perfect example of what happens when you take choice away from your players. Sorry, I should say overwhelmingly negative. And with all of these presets themselves being so bad, not only have Ubisoft wasted a ton of resources reworking Quick Match and Unranked, but they will have to spend even more resources trying to fix it. Fix it. The funniest thing about these changes has to be the one poor developer that had to go on the reveal panel and promote these changes, saying how confident he was that we would like them.
These changes will bring a much stronger identity to these playlists, and we are confident that players will enjoy them.
Yeah, nah. And if you genuinely were that confident that the changes to Quick Match themselves would be good, why would you even feel the need to change Unranked into Standard, completely removing the option to play an unranked game of Siege? But enough ranting about why this is bad. Let's talk about how we can fix it. Our goal with these changes should be to teach good habits. We want people to reinforce and do strategies, because that's Siege. What I would suggest are 4 things. Not that they have to do all of them, but even one or all would improve the game, in my opinion. They should just simply make Quick Match 2.0 into an arcade mode called Hyper Mode, and just leave Quick Match and Unranked as it is. Because honestly, there's nothing wrong with them. If people want to play a quicker game of Siege, that should be an option that's far away from the actual regular Siege, as this is not really something that we should be promoting. a toggleable option for Quick Match 2.0 where suggested walls are highlighted to reinforce. I'm still against the game telling players what's correct or not, but I think a suggestion is better just than outright not even giving the players the choice. And with our goal being to actually have people get used to reinforcing, they actually have to learn by doing now, which is better. Reinforcing in prep phase should be faster in my opinion. In order to encourage people to actually reinforce, I think Ubisoft could do better in actually making the reinforcing feel less like a chore. Make it quick and snappy. 4, and probably the most controversial one, I think all defenders should be 3 speeds, but only in prep phase. With the current changes, many operators won't even be able to get their gadgets up in time. And I think this quality of life change would be really good for the game in general, even outside of Quick Match potentially. If you enjoyed this rant, slap a like on it. Hopefully Ubisoft sees this. But anyways, thanks everybody for watching.